So the pride of Kankakee has passed away, George Ryan. You know the thing that struck me, and there's been quite a conversation about the death penalty. I never did quite agree with him just emptying death row because then he's making himself really kind of all three branches. Now I realize the governor does, in the law, have the power to do what he did, and that's basically to commute sentences, issue pardons. So he does have that power. But really, when you just basically make the death penalty in the past go away, that's a little much. Now, there may be some good qualifications for that move, but there are others like the people in Chicago who approached a woman, and I think there was a rivalry thing, and they attacked this woman, killed her 7-year-old son, I believe, and pulled the baby alive out of the womb. And to me, there was never any doubt about the case. There were some people that should have just been left to be put down. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but it is what it is. But we certainly drew worldwide attention, and then goes to court, and the rest is history. So, there's a guy, back when the Republicans, it seems so long ago, and it seems like yesterday, they were in control. You'd go into Capitol, every constitutional officer was a Republican. They were a dynasty, and you thought Jim Ryan was the next big thing, and he went through so much. And then people confused him being part of the George Ryan world. It's like, no, it's a different Ryan clan. What a weird finish. But George Ryan still had some loyalists out there, and I'd see his son during all of this stuff, the criminal trial and everything else, at Bob's Butternut Hut. And it was a strange finish to his career. And then couldn't go to his wife's funeral. So I would say he paid a pretty good price. The closing thing that was interesting about him, I remember, but while he was running, he'd be at an event in a flannel shirt and engaging with everybody. And then once he was elected, gruff is his, like he had that gruff appearance. He was pretty gruff with the reporters. You don't like what I'm doing, he'd pull out this piece of paper. If you don't like what I'm doing, get a petition and run. But Bernie Schoenberg, he always gave Bernie incredible respect. So whether that's fear, respect, or both, not sure. But George Ryan, gone at 91, one of the more complicated figures in Illinois political history.